My research focuses on the POV inserts in contemporary music videos and how they transfer intimacy from a relationship between people into a visual experience that can be designed, repeated, and circulated. And this is my research overview. It has been divided into 6 parts. In film studies, POV or point of view shows has been widely discussed. However, in the study of music videos, this visual form has rarely been systematically analyzed. At the same time, on platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels, POV-style shows are becoming increasingly common, especially in K-pop music videos. This leads me to ask an important question: why is this visual form being used, copied, and circulated so frequently? In today's platform culture, the popularity of videos often depends on the 3 key factors: immediacy, emotional clarity, and the repeatability. Music videos are no longer just watched, they are remixed, and redistributed. Not because they tell complex stories, but because they quickly create an emotional connection. This made me realize that we need to rethink that intimacy means in contemporary visual culture. Before explaining POV, I want to briefly describe how traditional music videos are usually watched. In most mainstream music videos, the viewer's position is very stable. The camera functions like an external observer, showing the performer's body, dance, facial experience. We are watching them perform. No matter how the camera moves, the viewer remains outside the scene. We can admire the performers, but we always stay as spectators. This also means that in traditional music videos, there is always a distance between the viewer and the idol. Intimacy is usually built slowly through ironic emotional performance or narrative, rather than through the viewing position itself. POV inserts break this structure. Now I want to explain what I mean by POV inserts. They are not simply first-person shots, but a visual stage. They usually have 3 main factors. First, the camera is positioned close to the eye level. Second, the visual subject often disappears from the frame. Third, the camera movements mic the movement of the human body. This means that the viewer is no longer watching someone, but is placed into a specific position. For example, in New Jeans Theater, the girl holds the camera disappears, but through camera movement, framing, and rising, we can still feel her scene. The viewer naturally takes on the role of person who is there. So my agreement is these POV inserts do not show intimacy, they construct it. This leads to the core of my research: how do POV inserts change the way we watch? Traditionally, intimacy comes from real interpersonal relationship, but in music videos, intimacy is not something natural, it is systematically designed. POV inserts change the viewer's position. They turn the viewer from an external observer into someone who feels embedded within the scene. This is not about feeling closer, it is about being placed closer. In other words, POV does not represent intimacy, it stimulates intimacy. More importantly, this form of intimacy is repeatable. It is not based on relationships between characters, but on a visual schedule. This schedule can be reused across different music videos to generate similar emotional effects. This fits perfectly with the logic of platform culture. It is modular, repeatable, and easy to circulate. This also explains why POV inserts are constantly being copied and reused in contemporary music videos. So my main conclusion is that POV inserts transform intimacy from a relationship between people into a desired visual experience. This experience is repeatable, transferable, and compatible with platform circulation. POVs are not just a style, they are viewing machines that recognize the position of the spectator.